So what's today's secret word, Cocky?
Today's secret word is...
Anarchism, a social philosophy which aims at the emancipation, economic, social, political, and spiritual of the human race.
And who is your lord?
We don't have a lord.
What? I told you, we're an anarcho-syndicalist commune.
For a lot of people, working in affinity groups is an important part of building a non-hierarchical movement. So it means that you can work in a big group but without leaders. People feel more empowered if they're working in a group rather than working on their own or working as part of a huge group of 100 people or 1,000 people where it's possible to get a little lost.
Affinity group is a very kind of broad term for people working together for a common goal and with common outlines of the way that they're going to act. An affinity group can be you're a bunch of 5 friends and you work together and you organize together. And an affinity group can be a group of people who you just met have decided to go into an action with the same intention and the same ground rules.
First of all, the black bloc is a tactic. Like any other tactic, it cannot be judged in itself, but can only be judged as part of a spectrum of a much broader movement. And we can't romanticize or generalize either way, right? So tactics can be effective, they can be ineffective, but inherently they're neither. Secondly, there's a dichotomy that has been created between so-called community day-to-day organizing and insurrectionary actions, because it's all been reduced to whether window smashing is effective or not. And I think that as a starting point is fundamentally problematic. The black bloc has various utilities, both defensive and offensive, including de-arresting comrades and the very basic principle of no comrade left behind. We're asking the wrong side the question about violence. If we're going to talk about violence, we need to be talking about the military, we need to be talking about the police, we need to be talking about the state.
Shut up! Will you shut up? Ah, now we see the violence inherent in the system.
The only way that you keep people involved in a movement like this is you have a process in which everyone's voice can be heard. When you want to show support to something that you're hearing, you twinkle.
This, which is the point of process, when someone is getting off topic.
I disagree.
Clarifying question.
This is the block.
Every decision has been made through our process of general assemblies and through our process of working.
And that's the beauty of direct democracy.
The process is meant. The process is meant. So you can be empowered. So you can be empowered. To go to your own communities. To go to your own communities. And hold general assemblies. And hold general assemblies. To talk about. The issues.
All the decisions of that officer have to be ratified at a special bi-weekly meeting.
Yes, I see.
By a simple majority in the case of purely internal affairs.
Be quiet.
But by a 2/3 majority in the case of more
Be quiet. I order you to be quiet.
Order, who does he think he is?
I'm your king.
Well, I didn't vote for you.
I think direct action is a way to reclaim your life. So, on the one hand, it's about directly intervening where something's going wrong or to do something right. So that could be shutting down a company which is polluting, or it could be directly providing food or shelter through squatting or food not bombs kind of actions. But it's also about reclaiming your life a bit, saying we're not going to wait for politicians, we're not going to wait for leaders, we're not going to wait for the establishment to do things, we're going to do it ourselves.
Direct action happens because there is a need for it. Direct action happens because people are fighting back, and we're not waiting for millions of people to stand beside us for the revolution to happen.